Terrified students poke their heads from their dormitories as you all make your way through the halls of Vindavir University, following the worried and hurried form of Alvir, still nursing a swollen lip and cuts around his eyes. What are each of you doing in this moment? Like, what is your outset goal?
I'm gonna start questioning. Did they say anything? Did you hear them say anything when they attacked?
No, they came in quietly. They got me back across the back of the head and laid me out on the ground. A couple of them held me down while the others kicked at my ribs and face, and I blacked out. And I don't know for how long, but when I woke up, Petra was gone, and the nurses of the infirmary had found me on the floor and placed me up into a bed and were caring for me.
Is there any kind of security in the school? Anything that would have been alerted or
security, right?
Yeah, you're aware that
coming in than out.
You're aware that the security mostly trails like the perimeter.
Is there not like a gate, like security thing? There's just like a big open door into the courtyard
would
or
they
something?
stop them?
There's security at the portcullis that you guys entered through. Which, as you make your way through, talking with Alvir, he's like taking a couple of wrong turns, and I think Magnus, you take the lead.
Sure.
You lead everyone to the gates, where the guard's there. One of them greets you. He's like, "Oh, hello. Heading out already?"
Questions for you. When did those Exardeskins leave?
Perhaps an hour, 2 hours ago.
Did they have a man fitting this description? I'll describe Petra, like the way that he looks.
No, but they did have a rather large trunk with them. I don't believe that they had it on their entry. I just assumed that they had gathered something at the headmaster's wishes. We don't typically check luggage or cases on the way out.
what
And
direction were they headed?
They headed south down the road, and he like points. There's only one road. Like, this is a pretty remote location. You're kind of in a little valley nestled between two mountains, small mountains that are not so much like spiring and jagged, but they look old, like they've been kind of weathered over time. He points down the road. He's like, they set off that direction. They seemed, but nothing seemed off. They were very calm.
Do I know of any shortcuts that would like cut off, like if we cut across country, that would like let us make up time to like cut off the road?
Potentially, if you went on foot, make a history check, or actually make a survival check.
15.
I think your initial thought is catching up with them on foot would be tough. If you did it that way, though, you might be able to make up time by skipping some of the switchbacks that happen as you lose elevation, because on foot you could more easily just kind of go down those more steep areas. Wouldn't be completely safe, but something that you couldn't do in a cart or a wagon.
Right.
But you would probably have a better bet just getting a cart, like checking one out, or maybe even checking in with Rykard to have one allocated to you before setting out.
Are any of the carts pulled by horses, or are they pulled by like dogs or something that are not as?
It's a mixture. There's some that have there's stables that have horses, and there's also a kennel that has several Highland hounds.
Which would be faster?
Highland hounds for sure.
Okay. I'm just gonna go try to check a cart with Highland hounds out that would pull all of us and let us try to catch up if we race them.
Magnus,
do so.
where do you think they're taking him?
I would assume back to the city, wherever their church is.
Is that where we know, like, the head of the Exardescan?
There's a large temple there. This isn't like the Vatican of Exardesca, but they do have a large presence here. And there's a major temple in Vindavir, Port Vindavir.
Do you remember if I have Curtsy with me or if he's back in the room?
I think you put him in your backpack.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you all. I think Olivier woke you guys up with the alarming news, and it seems like, but based on the guard's reaction, it seems like there must not have been any witnesses, other than when Alvir was found, and he was just kind of coming back to consciousness, being nursed back to consciousness when you guys arrived. So word doesn't seem to have fully spread throughout the school yet that there was a kidnapping.
Gotcha. Well, so yeah, we'll go to the stables or the quartermaster or whoever you said has the carts with the Highland Hounds.
Yeah, absolutely. You do so. Your cart comes around. It's being pulled by 2 Highland Hounds. One of them has this sort of like rusty red fur and a big tuft of hair that almost like covers the eyes in the front, but you can see that he can like see down or maybe through it. And the other one just looks like basically a giant sheepdog. But each of them come up to at the shoulder about the size of a horse. So like probably around your shoulders is where theirs are.
Okay.
Big dogs.
Right on. All right, well, let's waste no time. We've got to catch up.
All right, you all climb in. Alvir joins you.
He should probably stay here.
Do you tell him that?
Yeah, you should.
Well, we healed him up, right?
Not
A little
really.
bit.
He's looking better. Do you remember how many lay on hand points do you have missing?
Well, I only gave him like 5.
Oh.
Well,
I mean, he's looking pretty rough, but
Oh, yeah,
he's-
maybe he should stay back.
as you're all saying this, he's like,
2 healers in the party.
Yeah, but is this what if they
if you're worried about
maybe they're supposed to roll?
if we get into a tangle with these knights, don't worry. I will hang back and stay well out of their melee ranges. I will handle any distance fighters they may have from a distance as well. But I can't just stay here and do nothing in a strange place while Petra is missing, in the state that he was.
We don't know that we have only friends inside the university either.
Right.
Yep.
That's a bridge we'll have to cross once we get Petra back.
All right.
He nods and climbs aboard.
Let's go.
Who's driving?
Who's best at driving things? Is that like animal handling?
Yes.
Or is that...
Nope.
Who's best at animal
Alex.
handling here?
Well, Auric can speak to animals, so that could make it.
decent plus.
That would give you the option of making your animal handling check either animal handling or persuasion. Or intimidation if you want to be mean to them.
Persuasion or animal. It would be animal handling, I think. Sure, I can.
Cool. And, tell them if they run as fast as they can, we'll get them whatever meat they want when we get back.
We are going to give you a bonus if you can help us get our friend back. This is what I've heard in business talk from Magnus.
Bonus what?
Bonus meat.
Bonus meat! Yes! Let's go! Make an animal handling check with advantage.
Yes.
Hopefully they don't start to get hungry.
There's a nat 20, baby. This is a 24.
It's only been happening to herbivores.
That's true. That's true. Good call.
The moment you whisper about, or let them know that there's going to be extra meat, they take off running. The portcullis is like halfway up, and they it's like slow just enough to have you all, like you being the willowy figure on top of it, have to kind of like duck out of the way as you set out and begin speeding down the mountain roads.
Fucking drift this cart, baby. Y'all are gonna barf.
The Fast and Furious Vendavir drift. Okay, so at this pace, how long does it take to maybe spot them down the road or something like that?
Moving pretty quickly. You can go ahead and make a perception check if you'd like to keep an eye out.
I would.
Can I be? Are there 2 spots up front?
Our heads a lot.
Can I be shotgun?
For sure.
You might even say I'm like
Shot hammer?
passively trying to
Hammer
perceive.
gun?
I think you're pretty actively keeping an eye out. But you could also use Hush if you wanted.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I will do that. I'll pop Hush up and get a bigger bird's eye view.
Hell yeah. And Hush, I believe, makes perception checks with advantage.
I think his perception check is the same as mine, which is +3. Pretty good.
Perception, yeah, +3.
21.
21 is great. You guys are on the road for a tense, like 15, 20 minutes, occasionally sending your vision into that, or rather your perception into that of Hush, looking out from a sky eye view.
Hush is my owl, for those that don't know.
Yes, the owl familiar.
Yes.
Hush is such a good owl name.
It's a really good owl
Very
name.
cute.
Yep.
Thank you.
You see what looks to be an overturned cart and figures clashing. As Hush kind of like dips down a little bit, flying silently as owls do, probably perches up in a tree nearby, just off of the road, it looks like a cart had overturned and 12 figures that are clashing with one another. You see familiar figures, the group of 5 knights, including Davin Luminance Davin, and Inquisitor Tig, are there crossing swords. And actually, as you're watching, you see Luminance Davin takes a blade through the gut, and as it's pulled out, he falls to the side. The other figures that you see are unfamiliar to you, but they're wearing piecemeal armor that looks kind of cobbled together from various different suits and sets.
Can I cast something?
You do not see this. This is what Magnus is seeing, and you see that you're like maybe a couple of minutes back from coming across this. It's like right around a bend. You see there's a log of a fallen tree that was felled in the road that seems to be what caused the cart to overturn. You don't currently see Petra anywhere, but you see the figures that are attacking the Inquisitors. The one that seems to be like leading the charge and is crossing swords with Inquisitor Tig is very, very pale and this like sallow, yellowy skin tone almost. And you can see there's this nasty looking rash crawling up his neck and just to the bottom of his jaw. He's got kind of wispy, like platinum blonde hair that just kind of like tufts out to the sides, like middle part, and is just like hastily chopped at the edges, but is wielding a sword with more skill than it looks like a man as sick as him should be able to.
So am I the only one that can see this, or can they see that now that we're pulling up on it? Or
you're the only one that sees this now. You've got a couple minutes before you'll round the bend, and you'll see them, and they will also see you.
I'm describing all of this out loud as I see it.
Ooh.
Absolutely.
We're pulling up. I think we've caught up to them, but I think that they have been attacked by maybe the cult of the leper from the people that I'm seeing. And there's this like wild gray-haired guy fighting with this sword like crazy, even though he looks super sick. So,
Wait, sick isn't
Sick?
cool?
like sick as ill, as in with disease. Let me keep using words that mean cool.
Yeah, and looking, you see that all of the combatant figures look to have they don't look good. There's like mucus coming from their noses. Occasionally they have to like stop and like wipe it away. They've got that sort of like redness around the nose that people get when they've been constantly like wiping or blowing their nose. They all just look real rough, watery eyes, bloodshot.
Do you think if we cure them, they'll stop being cultists?
I couldn't say, but I doubt it. From what they said, they were trying to be purified through sickness or illness.
How
or
many are
something.
there?
I think they like lick the ground.
It looks to be
I do that
5.
sometimes.
No.
That's not a big deal. What?
5 now reduced to 4 Inquisitors against 7 of the sickly.
Okay.
They might see your healing as blasphemy.
Yeah, well, they're kind of assholes, so.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean,
not really like. That's Steffi.
But then again, I guess they're. What did you say?
She was doing one of our dog's voices instead of Saoirse's.
how'd that go again?
It is very similar to Oryx over here a little bit. Much more sad.
Move on.
Yeah.
So what is our play here? Are we going to roll up and join this clash, or are we going to try and maybe take advantage of the clash and see if we can just
We should try
secret
to.
Petra out of the cart?
Yeah.
I think that whatever chest that they said they didn't recognize from before is probably where they're keeping Petra. So maybe we can just like roll up and grab that chest.
Well,
What's our stealthiest move?
Well, it'd be pretty hard to stealthily grab a human-sized chest.
Right.
I think.
I guess what I'm asking
we know
is
other
our
people in
plan.
the battle though.
I guess that's what I'm asking though. Is our plan speed or stealth or strength?
I think that we can do it in stealth.
Okay.
Strength.
I can try and cover you with arrows from the cart if we just want to pull up, but otherwise we should probably stop the cart soon and go on foot from here.
I think our Ixavir and I could lift that chest. What?
Everyone will be dead by the time we get there if we tried to sneak up.
Yeah, I think that's a good point.
But we could get in fast and just grab it as quickly as possible and keep going.
I think that's probably our best move. They'll be so distracted with each other that they won't know what to make of us pulling up, especially if we're not attacking either of them right
Would you
away.
turn your back on an enemy to stop another one?
To stop someone you don't even know is an enemy.
I think that we try to go in quiet, and if that doesn't work, then we fight. You just want blood.
You can get that from the jug.
Quit calling me the jug.
No, you're the nut.
The jug being a singular breast.
So what's the plan? How are you guys going to approach?
Quickly.
I have something I want to try. And I'm gonna take like a leaf and burn it, and then use this like ash to cast Pass Without Trace for the first time.
Ooh.
Yes.
Yeah, you guys watch as Erixovir holds up a little dry leaf, and as they kind of twist it in their fingers, the leaf catches fire, but it's this sort of blue-green flame that envelops it, and as the ash kind of like crumbles into your palm and you cup it, you open your hand, and a much larger amount of ash begins to kind of catch on the wind and swirl around you, almost like this dark fog that you feel like you are gonna like cough from breathing it in, but you can breathe normally and everything. It just seems obscuring.
Oh, it's magical.
All right, let's go. And you pull the cart to a stop. You guys hop out, and I need a group stealth check.
Cool.
Do we get
It
advantage
is.
with the pass without trace? or-
Pass without a trace, you get 10, plus 10 to your roll.
Let's do.
Oh.
What if you roll hot shit?
Oh, Alvi. It's a good thing you got past without a trace.
It helps.
That's a 16 for Alvir.
Wasn't
rolled a
he
natural
hanging
2.
back? What's the deal?
He'll probably crawl
if-
into a tree or something.
Yeah, if the plan is stealth, you,
Okay.
like,
He has to be within 30 feet of me, so he can still kind of hang back and still get this.
yeah. So as you guys are approaching, you kind of come around the bend and trees, as you kind of clear some trees that were blocking your vision. You can actually see the clash now. You see a couple of the cultists have fallen, and one more of the knights, and they're continuing to clash. Tig is standing strong, although he has fallen back, so the battle is happening a little bit closer to their carriage. You see in the distance, a little ways within the tree cover behind the cultists, is another wagon that you see 2 horses standing at that have the same sort of long, bloody tears along their jaws, and you can see fangs peeking out, but they are standing as calmly as a regular horse would.
Cultist link with the curse confirmed.
Occasionally they'll kind of like stamp their hooves at the ground or like nip at each other and pull away, but they're not rushing forward to eat anyone at the moment. You all quietly make your way forward. How do we do for stealth?
17.
28.
Is that with the plus 10 from pass without trace?
Yes, it is.
Oh, I see.
24.
I have disadvantage because I have chainmail.
Okay, for a total of 23 for your whole group. I'm just gonna make one perception check for each group of enemies. I'm gonna give the Inquisitors disadvantage because they are backs to you and distracted with fighting. I'm not gonna give the cult disadvantage because they are facing that direction and you guys are coming from the road. So essentially to get to the cart to flank them, there's, the shadowy obfuscation that surrounds you, but you're still technically like in a clearing. So you're just kind of like keeping low to the ground and probably crawling in certain areas, sticking to ditches and lowland. Okay, I'm starting off strong. 7.
Nice.
And then for the cultists, not particularly perceptive.
What was our average, like 23 or something?
Yeah.
Okay. You all quietly make your way forward and up to the cart, where you can see a lot of it has been smashed. The trailer that you rode in that sort of like pulls out from the bottom is like partially ejected, and one of the wheels has broken. both of the front wheels of the entire wagon have broken and it's laying on its side. Who's going forward to investigate, and who is gonna keep eyes?
Well, I
Keep eyes.
I was being the sneakiest, so I should probably go up and investigate.
Or I guess the question is, who's planning to lift Petra and who's not?
I'll go up.
I can lift him. Were you stealthy? Did you have a good stealth roll too?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you lift him by yourself?
Got +1 strength.
I mean, I think I'm definitely going to help.
Yeah.
So
I'll
Two of us.
I'll stand by with spells. My wand out.
Okay.
smart.
Magnus and Saoirse, if I could have you guys make perception checks, and the two of you, I'm going to have you make investigation checks to search the wreckage.
Three.
Excellent.
10.
10. It's actually the ash is really good at obscuring your positions, but it is hard for you to see through. So you're mostly, it's sort of like dark whirling around you, and you just hear the clashing of steel, the occasional cut and grunt against flesh.
I rolled a natural 1.
Oh no.
So that's a 6.
I got an 11.
An 11. Excellent.
Investigation's my best thing.
Odixavir, you peering through, you've got the best vantage point really because you are quite tall. So you're able to kind of look over the top. One of the doors on the carriage was torn asunder whenever it probably rolled several times, so you can actually see down inside, and you see the trunk that was aforementioned, and it's kind of wedged against the bottom, and looking at the outside now, you can actually see that the corner of the trunk has actually broken out some of the wood from the bottom of the carriage and is lodged there. I'm trying to decide a fair way to use this natural one.
Walks right into one of the cultists.
It was a natural one on an investigation check.
Right.
So I don't want it to be you stumble out into the open. That would be dumb. I think, Brody, you see another sizable trunk that was thrown from the carriage.
Yep.
And is actually closer to where the skirmish is happening. You actually see as Tig steps back and puts a leg up onto it and actually stands up on top of that trunk to get a little bit of a height advantage against the person that he's sparring against. You see he swings his sword down and then parries a blow, and with one smooth motion brings it across and lands a slash across one of the cultists, who then kicks back and then continues facing off against the wispy-haired fellow. What do you guys do?
I'm assuming you point this out.
Yeah, I'll try to nudge you or something, but I'm also going to grab my sword and the same thing I do to gain temporary hit points. I do that again, but instead of just that, you see a slight layer of ice cover me, and I start kind of breathing cold.
Yeah,
Okay.
just a layer of frost crawls and rime around his clothing. Odixavir, you are arguably, aside from maybe Alvir, have the closest relationship with Petra. So I'm gonna have you roll a d4. This is for my knowledge to know which of these trunks Petra is in.
Can I instead try something else where I cast Locate Object?
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, well, still roll the d4 because this is just to
Glove?
this is
Okay.
to decide within the narrative which one he's in, because
Okay.
even I don't know right now.
Okay.
One of these trunks didn't exist until there was a natural one investigation
Yes.
check, so now we have to figure out which one he's in.
Okay. That's a 4.
Excellent. What does it look like as you cast Locate Object for the first time, and what do you choose to locate?
I take a twig out of my hair. It's like a forked twig. And I open up my gloved hand and I put it in there, and I just think very decidedly on Petra and see which way it points me.
I think you.
I think
Describe
you
a
have to,
name?
Yeah, I think you would have
Yeah.
to. I think you would have to describe or name an object that's familiar to you. So it would have to be something
that
Petra has.
Yeah.
It could be
Which
like
you gave him gifts and stuff, right?
Yeah.
you did. You did put a bunch of stuff on him. He's had a. That's not an object. That's
I
a
think,
living
like,
thing. Skittermunk.
the cloak that he had that he liked.
Yeah, absolutely. Excellent.
Who has the glove? The ram guy on the ship?
Yeah.
Or-
Finley does.
Excellent. You reach out with the twig, and you think of the cloak that you're very familiar with that Petra was wearing. It was one of the ones that he pulled out of a cart in Ilvermere after his clothes were disintegrated by tree bile.
Oh yeah. I forgot he was naked.
And I think that memory stands out in your mind of him like covering back up and being warm again. And you feel as the tug is pulled in the direction of the chest beneath Tig's feet.
Shit. Okay.
We're how far away?
Not very far. You're like maybe 15, 20 feet.
Looks like sneaking is out the window, but we can.
I don't think
You don't
we
know
would
that.
recognize that yet.
Yeah.
At this point, you guys are all kind of huddled together on the underside of the overturned carriage, and are like Arixovir can peer over. The rest of you are like peeking around the side as they're having their combat, and Alvir kind of leans in. He's like, "Do you think we hop in now, get the supplies, or do we wait until one side has a victory and then fight a weakened foe?"
I think it would be smarter to wait, let them exhaust themselves.
I agree.
I mean, we can ingratiate ourselves to one side or the other by helping them, and then just see if they'll let us take what we want. But I don't really give a shit about either of them, so I don't care.
All right. See how this plays out. Let's see how this plays out.
Luckily, my spell lasts an hour.
Okay, I'm going to roll this for the Inquisitors. I'm going to roll this d20 for Cult of the Leper. Whoever rolls higher will come out on top. Okay. You see as the fight continues to rage on, another Inquisitor falls, and then two more of the Children of Filth, or whatever they're called.
The Cult of the Leper.
Cult of the Leper, yes.
You said it like 4 times.
Sorry, my brain's confused because that's what people call them. That's not what they call themselves.
Right.
Because no cult refers to themselves as a cult.
Of course.
Mine will.
So they have a different.
I'll join it.
They have a different name that they use.
And it is most certainly an MLM.
Mlem.
Mlem. Cult of the Mlem.
Peering through, you guys watch as one after the other Inquisitors are cut down before Tig takes a slash across the calf and falls to one knee, sword still in hand. You can see he's bleeding from several cuts and just like in various places on his body. Still got his sword in his hand. He holds it up, and you see he moves a hand up to his something at his neck and is holding it, and you watch as his sword bursts alight with flame, and it's too little too late as he swings out. The leader of these Cult of the Leper steps forward and just easily parries it to the side, knocks the sword free from Tig's hand. But you watch as he walks up and sheathes his blade and just gives a firm backhand across the face of Tig, who falls to the ground. And he's not like unconscious, but he is so exhausted and beaten that there's no fight left in him. This figure then calls out, and actually he just whistles and does this motion with his hand as a couple of his remaining cultists step forward and begin tying up Tig. You see a few of them grab another one.
When he gets, there's one left that's alive? Or is there someone that's just unconscious?
There are a few Inquisitors that are not dead. Some of them have certainly been killed, but you can see that there's at least 3 of them that are still alive, including Tig, and there are still 4 cultists. 2 of them begin tying up people that are on the ground that are still breathing.
I think once they have Tig tied up, then like we should go. We should move in, surprise attack them now.
Yeah.
All right, roll initiative.
Son of a bitch.
Boom!
16.
Nice.
9.
8.
I rolled a natural 20, which gives me a 23.
Hell yeah.
Ding, 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 ding.
Do you have fireball yet?
No,
Oh, and
I'm at least
Alvier.
2 levels away from Fireball.
11 for Alvier. Okay, Magnus, as you are the one who called the charge, you are first to act.
So for the cult leader guy, who seems to be the strongest, I'm going to hit him with Hold Person, one of my new spells that I've been working on.
Hell yeah. What type of saving throw is this?
Wisdom saving throw.
That is only a 10.
That's not good enough. He is paralyzed.
Shit. What does it look like, actually?
I guess I don't even need. We don't need to pop out of the thing yet. But I guess when I act, does that like cancel it?
You have a
Or-
surprise round.
Okay. So well, I'll pull out my wand, and I
But
will.
yes, you are. Once you attack, you're no longer hiding.
Right. Okay. I pull out my wand, which I use as the component instead of the small straight piece of iron that you would normally use for Hold Person, and hold it like this after making the somatic components. I hold it forward, and the Sparkwinds swirl around the held vertical wand, and they immediately shoot out toward that guy and
Yeah.
make him rigidly mimic the position of my wand held like that.
Hell yeah. Excellent. Yeah, and you watch as the Sparkwinds swirl around him, his back straightens, and like is like trying to pull away as far as he can, but it just keeps going and he gets frozen in place.
And he is paralyzed, which means the following. Paralyzed creature is incapacitated, can't move or speak, automatically fails strength and dexterity saving throws. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage. Any attack that hits the creature is a critical hit if the attacker is within 5 feet of the creature.
Excellent.
And that is my action.
Does he get to like try to save at the end of each of his turns?
At the end of each of its turns, the target can make another wisdom saving throw. On a success, the spell ends on the target.
Excellent. Okay. Anything else you want to do, Magnus, as you hold person on the leader of the cultists?
No, I will maintain that spell. for now.
Excellent. That's going to be Arixovir.
So when I cast Locate Object, Pass Without Trace actually dropped. So you see all of the shadow around us, like sucks almost snake-like, like onto my bicep, and it actually inscribes a new fable onto my arm.
Hell yeah.
Morgotha, is it Morgotha swallows the sun or something like that?
Yeah.
Morgotha and yes. So there's a new fable there, so I can like use that as a channel divinity going forward.
Hell yeah.
Or no, not channel divinity. It's just one of my class spells, my domain
That's
spells.
always prepared.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
So there's that, and then I'm gonna do bless on you 3, so that way you get a D4 whenever you make an attack roll or a saving throw for the next minute.
Hell yeah.
Like that.
Very, very good.
I guess that's it. I don't think I can do anything else.
Excellent. Alvier is going to, he probably already summoned his bow when you first got here, just in case. He grabs his bow, hops up onto the top of the carriage after hearing a couple of spells go off, and he's going to knock 2 arrows and fire twice at the leader, who is held, so he's going to have advantage on both of these attacks. First one, still going to miss. Rolled an 8 and a 3 on the die.
Rough.
That's enough with the small dice, I guess. And second attack, whew, not great with advantage, Alvier. +6 to hit for Alvier. So that's only a 17. You see he fires, the first arrow goes wide. The second one aims straight for the heart, and you see it hits the center of this like sort of green, it looks like it hasn't always been green, but there's just this sort of like nasty looking former tabard that's very tattered. And you hear the arrow strike and the ping of metal as it is deflected off of a breastplate. This dude is wearing some heavy armor. That's Alvier, that's gonna be Saoirse.
How many cultists are left?
There are 4 of them, including the leader.
Interacting with him isn't gonna break.
Like speaking to him?
They can't talk.
Well, I mean, but like doing anything to a held person isn't gonna break the held person.
No, they just get to save at the end of their turn.
Okay,
It's the best thing about hold person.
I'm gonna
Gang up on them.
pop out of the trees and I'm gonna jab him in the forehead, and I'm gonna cast Lay on Hands, and I'm gonna expend 5 hit points and cure him of his disease.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have you make a charisma saving throw.
Uh-oh.
Hang on, let me double check something
Do I
before you roll
not?
this.
You're gonna
Try to kill
catch
him.
the disease by touching them. Unless you're immune to diseases as a paladin.
I don't remember.
I don't think you are yet, but
Yeah.
now might be the time.
Well, I already leveled up to 3 last time.
Okay.
Like all of your stuff?
Yeah,
I thought
fully
it was all or
leveled up
nothing.
now.
Oh. I thought we were like slowly trickling that shit out.
I don't
It's up to
really
you.
have very much stuff to trickle. Because I already gave you guys my channel divinity, and that's pretty much all the stuff.
Third
Took
level.
a bunch of ice-based stuff, so yeah.
Third level is when you would become immune to disease.
Oh, sick!
Nice.
Making
charisma
it.
saving throw, yeah.
21.
You press a finger against him. How many points did you put in? 5?
5.
Excellent. He heals
That's all
5
it
hit
takes.
points.
And it cures a target of 1 disease or poison.
Press your thumb against his forehead. As you do, like look into his eyes as he's still held there, and like he's like able to move his eyes, but only strainingly. You can see they're incredibly bloodshot. As you put your thumb on his forehead and push the healing into him, this almost cleansing flame lights up in his eyes. You see as he would be writhing in pain, but all that comes out is a choked little... As you watch the rash on the side of his face almost start to just like scab over and become scarring. But his eyes are still incredibly bloodshot. He's still got mucus pouring from his nostrils. You get the sense this guy has way more than one disease. And you almost feel this like overwhelming sense of almost
bummer.
like a blowback into your hand as you feel like something is trying to move through that connection into you, and you quickly pull your hand away, and you see the tip of your fingers were starting to blacken, but then color returns to them as you like pull away and shake your hand, and he's still held there. But
Damn.
interesting.
But
Very
now he's
interesting.
5 points healthier. We'll see. But we
I
did
didn't
something.
process. I was like, if he's not sick, he can't be their leader anymore.
That's what I was thinking.
that was
a
really-
dope move. I thought
Yeah.
that was hardcore.
Yeah.
I'm just not very
Look
clever.
how healthy this man is.
Yeah, his face is impassable because he is paralyzed at the moment. So like he hasn't reacted in any way other than that little grunt and his eyes moving. But that's enough to tell you that he was not thrilled about what happened just now, probably. That's going to be Brody.
Cool.
You will be healthy. We give him soup.
I'm gonna run up
A
with
warm
my new
blanket.
sword and hit him.
Hell yeah.
God, no. Why?
Make sure to add a D4.
That
He
is
did.
I did.
You have advantage on this? Is that what that was?
Yeah, because he's paralyzed.
Okay, that's right.
15.
15, similar to the arrow. You see the arrow hit and hear the ping
Rolling
of
that one.
hear the ping of armor. You summon Sonder to your hand. There's that cold. There's like a spray of frost and this like wafting of steam off of his blade as you pull him out. It's like a chilly autumn morning, but Sonder is even colder in your hands, like holding straight ice as you summon him and swing and. You aim lower and cut across his like nasty mud-covered trousers, and hear a similar sound of your blade sliding across chainmail. This dude is like decked out in armor covered in rags.
Nice. Like, God damn it.
Hey, Cameron, really
Can
cool
I-
storytelling, but
Thank you.
fuck.
Can I move back too?
Yeah, you can step away from him. He can't make an opportunity attack because he's paralyzed. So yeah, you step back a ways to. Do you like back up against the carriage or off to the side?
Carriage. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you back up to the carriage. That's going to be back at the top of the round with Magnus. The surprise round has ended, so they will be acting now.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna maintain. I think hold person's concentration, so I'm gonna maintain concentration on that, and I can cast something that is not
Yeah,
concentration. Which
surely there's something.
are the other cultists grouped up at all? Like any of them
Two of
clumped
them
up
are.
close?
Yeah, two of them are within 5 feet of each other because they were down on the ground tying up one of the surviving Inquisitors, and they both kind of like look up and see this flurry of attacks on their leader, and are just now like standing up and drawing their weapons, but they haven't spaced out.
Okay, so
Did you tell us at all about what you experienced?
Just now?
Yeah.
I don't think in the time that we have, I think you probably would have just seen me go, ugh.
Yeah, you watch Circe like step up, and there is like a flash of light. You can see a visible brightening to like the pupils of the guy as Circe touches his forehead, and then you saw her like pull away and shake her hand and look at it, but that's all.
I'm gonna just like pick up a little, like a chip of mica off the ground, and so I'm using my wand to maintain that spell. So I'm just like keeping it in position. But I'll pick up that chip of mica and I'll use it to cast Shatter on those two guys. So I'll center the sphere so it doesn't hit that Inquisitor who's already unconscious, but both of those cultists will get blasted with it.
Excellent.
And so they need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Rad. That's only a 9 for the first one.
No good.
Wow. And a 10 for the second.
No good.
I'm rolling absolute ass today.
Good.
Same.
Let me know if that cult leader guy tries to make a saving throw against my spell, by the way.
I will. He definitely will on his turn.
Because I'm gonna hope that he doesn't. So they take 9 thunder damage, both of them.
Hell yeah.
Are there any non-magical objects that aren't being worn or carried in that area of effect?
No, because you kind of centered it in the air next to these guys. The only stuff over there is what they're wearing.
I cast the spell using the chip of mica as kind of the focus of the somatic components, and then I fling it right where the center of the sphere is going to be. And when
Hell
it
yeah.
shatters, it's a super loud explosion, like shrapnel from the mica goes out, kind of carrying the blast wave.
Excellent. Yeah, it explodes. There's the shockwave, and you see both of them rear to the side, and you see their helmets get. Or one of them's wearing a helmet that gets like fissures in it, and they both like hold up to hands to their ears where the explosion just happened between the two of their heads, and draw their swords. The horses you see standing a ways back begin looking a little bit more agitated, but stay there, and that's going to be Odix over here.
Hit the held person guy with the guiding bolt. So flash of light streaks towards them. I'm gonna make a ranged spell attack
Hell yeah.
With advantage.
with advantage. Siak. Oh god, no, that's a 12.
Ooh.
I also got on
We're
that
doing
one.
so bad.
Hey. Yikes.
I think the
Y'all.
guiding bolt.
You're like, why am I the only one that's doing it?
Yeah.
This is something that, like, you guys are not, aside from maybe Brothy, you guys are not super practiced at, like, real combat scenarios.
No.
I think this is the first time you've cast this spell. So you, like, peer up and you're, like, are firing a shot and taking cover. You peer up over the carriage, send this bolt out, and it streaks by. His hair moves in the wind as it goes past him, and then back and shatters the trunk of a tree, which glows for a moment as it crumbles and falls to the ground, to the side of the battlefield.
The two of y'all haven't killed people yet.
No, today's the day.
I've killed dreads.
Yeah.
We don't have
Yeah,
to
I've
kill.
killed Zambos.
We don't have to kill people, y'all.
I don't
Brody's like,
plan
get on my
killing
level.
Commit crimes.
They deserve it.
Brody's scaring me.
Are you staying put?
Like
Yes.
for the record, that guy is paralyzed. You could just tie him up.
All right. That brings us to the leader.
That's true. We don't have to attack him.
At the end
He
of
is
his
just held.
turn.
We should be attacking the other two, huh?
I mean, listen.
Remind me again, it's a wisdom save or con? For one
It's a
person?
wisdom save.
Okay. Fuck off. 7. It fails.
No.
I haven't
You
rolled
wanted
above a
it
5.
too much. You wanted it too much.
Except for Alvir. That's the end of his turn. That's going to be Alvir. I think he's going to split focus now from the lead guy, and he's going to fire an arrow each at 2 of the guys who just got shattered on.
Shattered
Really
on.
good. That was good.
Thank you. Dirty 20 for the first one is going to hit. 11 for the second is not. That's 5 damage to the ones who just had the shatter go off next to their heads. He's still looking kind of bleary-eyed and takes an arrow that just like grazes past his, or he looks up just in time to see an arrow coming at him and sidesteps as it grazes across his thigh and leaves a pretty deep wound before sticking into the mud behind him.
The other one missed.
Yeah, the other one, the guy managed to step out of the way just in time. That's Alvir. He's going to stay up on top of the carriage. Saoirse. And other villager sounds.
I failed to write down like the contents of an adventurer's pack, but all packs have rope.
Yeah, 50 feet.
I'm gonna hog tie this guy. I'll just kind of like kick out his knees so that he's like, and I'll just tie his hands and feet together.
Okay.
I
hang on.
can't.
Well, so that's what I'm trying to figure out here.
Oh,
is
if he can
if he is
move.
magically paralyzed, can you maneuver him in any way?
Well, he's not petrified. He's paralyzed.
That's true. Since it's an enchantment spell, it's like telling the mind to hold still. So you could. He's not like rigid and unmovable.
He's not like.
Yeah.
Yeah. That sucks for me, but yeah, go ahead and make a sleight of hand check.
We're breaking your game!
He automatically fails a dexterity saving throw to try and resist because he's paralyzed. So this is just to see how well you can tie him up.
It didn't feel good.
Yeah, I get it.
I don't.
14?
14? Excellent.
Roll the other one.
We'll
I
make
want
a
to see
note
what
of
it
that.
would have given you.
7.
Yeah. See? See, that's proof.
Okay, and he is now also restrained, which means he can't move. Attacks against him have advantage. His have disadvantage, and he's got disadvantage on dex saves, but also he's paralyzed, so if he becomes unparalyzed, then he will be restrained. Excellent. You take him to the ground and hog tie him behind his back. Anything else you want to do on your turn?
For now, because it would be another action to try and move him somewhere else.
I'd argue that you could use your movement.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'll just pick him up like a purse. I'm going to scuttle him over to where the other guy that's tied up.
Tig.
Tied.
Tig is tied. I'm going to scuttle him over there, and I'm kind of just going to make sure that these cultists can't get either one of them.
Okay, yeah, you walk him over and set him down. I think you like toss a glance at Brody, who's like, yeah, I can lift Petra by myself. Just like pick up a dude with one hand and walk him over.
Overview. Okay. Really want to hit something.
It's like, are you really good at hog tying people because it's a game we used to play or something? I just like,
I feel like that's the only way to get you in for dinner. You gotta catch him in the woods.
Wait. Paug time, right?
Pound time.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I like to imagine that Saoirse, I mean, there's a lot more involved in blacksmithing than just the plasticity, because there's also, the leatherworking for making, hilts for blades, and the woodworking of making handles for different things. So like knot tying is another one of those things that you are pretty knowledgeable about.
Knowledgeable.
Knowledgeable about.
Knowledgeable.
That's going to be Brody.
How many guys are up?
3. Which, it should be noted, these guys are, because you waited for them to have their fight, these guys are like injured. They're not at their top condition, but there are still 3 of them, and one has not been touched by any of you yet.
why are you hesitating? Do what you're gonna do.
Yeah, I'm
Live your best
gonna.
life.
reach
Go
out
off,
and-
King.
Use the sword you want to use.
I want to use the sword.
Don't be bound by my morality. You do whatever you want.
Shattered him. He was the only one that actually has done damage so far, apart from Alvi.
I'll
You have to give us something to fight about.
go kill. Or no, yeah. I'll go hit one of the shattered dudes.
I think there's been this almost like icy buzzing in the back of your mind ever since Magnus mentioned that there was a fight happening nearby. Sonder has been itching. And make a quick charisma saving throw.
Ooh.
I really hope you didn't waste that.
23.
23? 23 is great. I think you feel your heartbeats are in tandem. But I think there's also this, just in the back of your mind, there's this slight notice that like you really want to use this sword, and it's more than you actually want to use the sword. But it seems like Sonder is kind of pulling you along and wordlessly encouraging this. He hasn't like taken control of your body or anything like that, but he is nudging your decisions, and you're aware of that. But
Okay.
do as you will.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit the one of the shattered guys.
Gonna hit the tied up guy.
God damn it! 15.
Yeah, you swing out with Sonder, and he brings his blade up and parries.
Jerks.
That's it.
Yeah, and it's like there's something very upsetting about these guys who are like wearing decent armor, but they look so almost skeletal beneath them. Like this guy's neck is very like thin and sinuous. His jaw almost is like almost looks like it's protruding. You can see the outline of his skull. He looks ill. This guy, he's wearing a helmet, but you can see that there's like no hair and no eyebrows, and it's just this like he looks like he should be laying down, and the fact that he's like deftly parrying you and has so much strength is off-putting.
He needs a cough drop.
He does need a cough
I
drop.
think that's gonna fix it. Nursing diagnosis.
That
Cough drop.
is going to bring us to
Dice.
these three guys.
Oops.
Uh-oh.
That one's going to return the favor, Brody.
I kind of haven't been hit at all, so I forgot that they
getting
were gonna do
overconfident?
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Surprise rounds are nice.
That they have an option of coming after us.
First attack is a 17 to hit.
Yep.
How far away is that from me?
These are the guys that were shattered. You specifically stepped back away from the fray, so
okay.
probably like 15 feet away.
Bummer. Sorry. You're just gonna have to take it.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
fine.
I'm specifically not in melee combat right now.
You take 10 points of slashing damage and 7 points of necrotic damage.
Okay.
As
He takes 10 points of cold damage.
that's right.
That's a lot.
17 in one hit would have almost dropped me.
I'm good.
You have 18?
I have 19 hit points.
You see as he slashes across Brody, there's that explosion of frost that like you can see bits of it stick into his face and leave cuts all across him as he like stumbles back for a second, and then he's gonna step forward and swing with his second attack.
And it looks like it doesn't hurt me as much as it should.
They have
too.
2 attacks. That's not good.
That's a natural 20.
Actually,
Get away, it's fine.
I saw this happen one time before in a dream, and it looked like he was really gonna just like bury that blade in your head, and he slipped on, believe it or not, a banana peel. It was right in front of his foot, and he rolled a 2.
Excellent. Magnus, you're having this vision recalling, and even still it's instinctive, and you reach out for that. And as you look, you see as he goes and steps forward to slash, and you're like, banana peel, and you look down, and you see a bit of the ice that came off from Brody's armor is there in place of the banana peel, and he slips on that and misses, and his sword sticks into the ground, but he quickly gets back up and readies his stance.
Those portent rolls are so
Banana
good.
peel. Just everything's bananas.
I love the idea that it's like goofier and sillier in your dreams. It's like very...
It's because you don't sleep enough.
very like one of my favorite things of like a prophecy or like an oracle or seer of any kind is like you have to interpret it, and it seems nonsensical until it's happening.
Right.
Excellent. The other one that's right there, I think, is also going to go for Brovy.
Yep.
Because those guys were right next to each other, tying up one of the Inquisitors. His first attack, 21 to hit.
Yep.
Willikers.
Get out. It's fine.
6 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And 10 points of necrotic damage. As with each of these cuts, you like looking down and seeing the cuts like slash across you, the blood that comes out, it's like bright red, and it's looser than blood typically is. I think you're at this point pretty familiar with the consistency of blood.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's like bright red and kind of like pulling up at your shirt a little bit where the slice went across you. You can see it's
Did they
like
take
already
cold
red and
damage too?
inflamed.
No.
Just that one guy?
Yeah, it's gone.
Second attack.
Woof.
That's one higher than last time.
Okay, I'm going down.
10 points of slashing damage.
I'm down.
Dang, you're down?
Yep.
So you watch as these Brody rushes out, swings his new sword, gets parried, and then both of these guys gang up on him from either side and are just slashing across until Brody falls unconscious. Those two are going to turn away and use their movement to start heading towards the next closest person, which probably is going to be Magnus.
Better not be.
Is it? Why
I'm
would
not
it?
in melee.
Well, no, I guess Brody would have gone around. So the next closest person would be Saoirse.
That's fine.
They start heading towards you. The third one, seeing that this guy was on the other side tying up a separate person, he's up, he's got his sword, sees them going for Saoirse. I think he's going to rush Magnus, who's on the opposite side of the cart.
Wait, who does?
There's
third.
a third.
Woof.
Oh,
Yeah, there's 4 of these guys total. One of them is tied up.
can they get to me?
Yeah, I think I said 20 feet was the distance you were at the carriage initially.
I guess.
I know I specified, and I think it was less than 30 feet. Someone asked how far you were from the action. His first attack on you is going to be a 12 to hit.
That does not hit.
Thank
You
God.
see him coming forward, back step. You can see he's got just like mucus coming from his nose that like wreathes his mouth and is dripping off of his jaw.
I didn't think I was bothered by any fluids anymore, but you found one.
14 for the second hit.
That does hit.
Okay.
Unless I have something to stop it. And I don't think I do. But I'm just going to check real quick. No, I don't have shield. F.
Always take shield. If you can't take shield, take shield.
I need to cast.
Eh,
I should have
Warlock.
cast Mage Armor when we were on the way. I forgot to.
As he slashes across your torso, you're like jumping out of the way, misses the first time, the second one comes and cuts across your arm. You take 4 points of slashing damage, and then the cut immediately becomes itchy and inflamed, and you take 8 points of necrotic damage.
So 12? Ooh.
And that is the end of their turns. That's going to bring us back to the top of the round with Magnus.
Kill him. Just kill him right now.
This guy hadn't taken any damage yet, had he?
He's taken damage from his previous fight, but not from you guys.
Okay. I'm out of second level spell slots.
You also see Brody go down.
Right. I can't help him
Yep.
right now. And that other guy's tied up, so that's good. Sleep affects the remaining number of hit points that these people have, doesn't it? What's my sleep radius? That's a better question for my spell card.
Cameron, what's my spell?
What's my sleep radius?
20 feet.
Just want to ask that in real life.
Creatures within 20 feet of a point. So a 40-foot diameter, 20-foot radius of a point.
Yeah, you could hit everybody with that for sure.
Oh, but I'd have to roll real good, and I'm not rolling real good.
And they're not that hurt.
I'm going to try to just focus on this guy that's attacking me right now.
Yeah. It's hard to read how hurt they are because they look like they're going to keel over at any second.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm just going to try to hit this guy only and have him take all 5d8.
You can, like, if
If he goes
takes it
down,
all,
it carries
you can-
on to the next person.
Okay. Well, yeah. In that case, I'll
Start with him.
start with him and
Excellent.
try to get someone else.
Yeah.
Come on, dice! Be nice! That's all right, I suppose. 26?
He does not fall asleep. The shats explode and bounce around him, and he like swings out, cuts you. There's that explosion of little sheep rats that jump around his head. He kind of like waves at them, gets like bleary-eyed for a second, but then he's just like like coughs himself awake and is back in it.
Rough. Well, I wouldn't have been able to like kill him with any of my spells if he had more than 26 hit points.
Don't die.
What?
He says,
Don't die.
He says as he's bleeding out on the ground.
I'm gonna run over by where Eric is. Help!
Okay. He's going to take an attack of opportunity.
Yeah.
Leave his
fuck.
range.
What?
He's gonna get me next round otherwise.
22.
Oh, I mean, that's gonna hit. Be
Why
gentle.
can't we roll well?
Why can't you roll well?
6 points of slashing damage. And
All
7
three of
points
us.
of necrotic.
Okay, I'm down.
Oh, you're down?
Yeah.
Magnus turns.
He only had like 2 hit points left.
I had 1 hit point after that
No.
slash, so if he had done 0 necrotic damage to me, I'd still be up.
Magnus turns to run and calls out for Arik, and you see as he gets slashed across the back and falls
Ow.
and skids through the dirt.
My hold person spell will now drop
Oh,
since I'm unconscious.
it does.
Well,
But he's
tied up.
tied up.
Tied.
He's tied up. Instantly begins tugging against his restraints. That's going to be the horses. Continue clomping their hooves into the ground, but are stationary. That's going to bring us to Arik Sovir.
Sersha, get Brody. And I'm going to run up to Magnus. I'm going to also call out, we need to get back to the carriage and run.
There's a guy right here too, keep in mind.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on Magnus. So that's a D8 of health.
You've got
No,
like
yes.
2 dudes
No,
coming at you, right?
You've got to get to Brody.
I know. I don't really know how exactly we're gonna do that, but we are gonna try to do that.
And you don't have ranged healing.
I
by any
don't.
means.
I don't. Something about me is that I don't.
That's an 8 on the die there. So what was
Nice.
it? 8
Max
plus
healing to
4,
Magnus.
I think.
4, yeah. So you've got 12 points of health to you, Magnus.
Okay.
So you're back up.
as you rush up and kind of like slide on your knees to Magnus to do Cure Wounds,
Yes.
what does it look like?
I think it's like a bright green glow that starts from my chest, goes down into my hands, and like shocks your chest. Like,
Clear.
yeah, exactly. Defibrillators.
Yeah, the slash wound across your back instantly cauterizes as you jolt back to consciousness, face down, prone in the dirt, kind of like spit a little bit of it out that got into your mouth as you slid. That's your action?
I'm gonna bonus action hidden step and go invisible.
Oh, nice.
Whoa.
Can I help Magnus up?
I'll say you could use your movement at half speed, so you probably went 10 feet to get here. You could, you have 20 remaining.
He doesn't have any other attacks of opportunity.
True.
Yeah,
You could have
drag
that
him.
to 10 to drag Magnus 10 feet away.
He doesn't, but wasn't there another one on you too?
No,
one
just the
guy?
one.
Okay.
Two were
Two on
going for
Saoirse,
her.
yeah.
In that
But
case,
not to you yet, right?
No, but they'll be on me.
They,
I think
they
before
got
my
to
turn.
they got to you, but they didn't have any attacks left.
Great.
Fun.
When you called out, "Get Brody," can I respond?
Yeah.
You get Brody.
I'm gonna leave Magnus. I'm so sorry. Would I have any
You can drag him 10 feet away if you
10
want.
feet? Would that get me closer to Brody? Mm-hmm. Okay, I'll do
Yeah,
that.
you can basically like whip around the carriage to the other side where Bodhi is on the ground.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to ask a question. What does Curtsy see?
Curtsy was told to stay put. He better be in that fucking backpack.
You know, you raise a good point. Go ahead and roll initiative for Curtsy, just so I'll know where he lays in the stack. Add his dexterity bonus. To this.
Why? I can't use this dice anymore.
Oh no, is it a natural one?
It's a natural one.
That red must be heavier than the blue.
Why new dice?
We need to do the saltwater test on it.
It's only been 1s and 7s.
What's kind of in my stack today as well?
A natural one for a total of, does he have a dexterity bonus?
3.
Well,
Curtsy.
that's just the initiative, so he'll actually be coming up sooner than
Yeah.
if he were at a higher level.
But first, the leader, now
Blew it.
back in control of himself, but tied up there on the ground, he calls out, "Looks like we found some lively ones, boys. Take them alive." And he's going to start struggling. Make a quick roll with advantage. Difficulty is 14 from your sleight of hand check. That's a natural 20.
You're gonna make it
Look at this
sick.
Joker. Look at this Joker.
He slips a knife from his boot
Son of a
right next to his hands.
I knew I
and
should have cut his feet off.
Cuts through the rope. That's his action. He's going to use half his movement to stand up and wipe some snot from his face. That's his turn this round. That's going to be Alvier.
Oh yeah.
Alvier, can you get Petra?
Alfie.
We need to run.
Yeah, you call out, and Alvier is going to fire an arrow each at one of the both of the guys that are on Saoirse.
Thank you.
First one. God damn it, Alvier. 10 misses. That die is gone. There we go. 21 finally hits somebody.
This the second time we've done damage this entire fight.
TPK. That's what's called the TPK.
I'm over here doing my best, but these guys are all like level 4 or 5. They all have like 2 attacks.
That's 11
Every one of
points
these
damage.
cultists
That'd be
is
fine.
You
yeah.
watch as Alvier fires one arrow, and it kind of like glides off the edge of this guy's helmet that's about to swing on Saoirse. Hits the helmet, pings off the guy, like, moves his head, looks up at Alvier, and then takes the second arrow in the eye and falls down, dead.
Good lord.
Thank you,
Good
Alvier.
lord.
Then Alvier's going to use his movement to jump down from the carriage. Or actually, before he jumps down, he's going to call out, "Where is Petra? Which one?"
And I'm going to point to the correct, or the one that locate
it's-
object showed
yeah,
me.
Yeah, the one that got kind of tossed away, and you can see there's like drag marks from where it slid through the morning mud that was the dewy grass here. He jumps down, lands, and he's going to rush over to that. He can't open it on this turn, but next time he will. That's going to be Saoirse. One of the dudes that's about to swing on you takes an arrow to the eye and falls down dead. It's just you and one other guy.
Kill him.
Rat. And the leader behind me.
Yes.
Okay, both hands on my warhammer. I'm gonna just what? Hopefully to the head.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, wet ass pussy that.
24.
24 hits for sure.
And no, I'm
Brain
gonna
it.
hold it.
That's a good idea.
I'm gonna hold it.
No, I can't let them know yet.
13 points of damage.
13 damage. Excellent.
And bonus action, the guy that chased Magnus, I'm gonna.
He's kind of around, because Magnus got dragged 10 feet away from him, technically. He's off to the other side of the carriage, kind of like to your back left.
Can I see him?
Yeah.
Oh, thank God. I'm gonna huck a little pebble at his head, and I'm just gonna shout,
No.
"Hey, ugly!
Oh no.
Come on over." Can I get a wisdom saving throw?
Yeah.
Is that compelled duel?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's a pretty good
Didn't
roll.
say.
Because you guys have to pass him.
It's the first good roll that I've had on this die. Wisdom save is going to be 21.
It's the first good roll he's had amongst his natural 20s all day.
On this particular die. This is the one that's been rolling 2s and 3s.
We'll keep using it.
But make a persuasion check.
9.
You brain a guy in the face with your warhammer and taunt the other one, who, like, you can see his, as you call out to him, his attention is like called over to you unnaturally because he just saw a person go invisible and then a guy slide across the ground, and then his attention is like physically pulled your direction, and he like shakes it off and looks forward at the wizard on the ground. That's gonna be
No.
Brody. I need you to make a death saving throw.
Pass. 18. Yeah.
Excellent.
Could have been a nat 20. That would have been great. Just saying.
Yeah, no. God.
I'm alive. I'm dead again.
Brody, as you're laying
on
there
TV.
on the ground, I think it's strange that, like, the main sensation that you have, obviously there's the pain and the burning of the slashes that you've taken as you fall into the ground. You kind of like roll onto your side and are holding pressure onto the wound at your front that's the most easily accessible. And you feel as your heartbeat begins to slow and this sense of strange calm starts to set over you before there's a heavy beat to Saunders' heart, and you feel yours being pushed to pick back up, and your vision's starting to blur, but comes back into focus as Saunder is keeping you from falling unconscious.
Yeah. That's
going to be the baddies. The one on Saoirse is going to attack 2 times. That's only 11 for the first one.
Nope.
21 for the second. Take 9 points of slashing damage and 9 points of necrotic damage. 18 total. As you turn to call out to the other one, he takes advantage of you looking away from him and gets a cut across your arm. It's itchy and bad. For your persuasion check, you rolled a natural 5 on the die, which was a total of what?
9.
9, okay. Difficulty of 9 for him to not be goaded. Natural 19. He's going to step forward. And he's going to swing down.
Did you say titty fucking Willikers?
Nope. No, I didn't.
He's going to swing down with the pommel of his sword and just kind of like hit Magnus in the back of the head.
Better not.
His first attack. 21 to hit.
I mean,
Weird
what can I
Christ.
say? I got a big head.
7
What's
points
your AC?
of bludgeoning damage
Still awake.
and 6 points of necrotic.
How can
Wait.
that do no?
How much was the first one?
I'm still making the same. They only have 1 attack that they can make. I'm
much?
using the same one. I'm just flavoring it as non-lethal.
The first one was 7, and then 6.
Yes.
And down.
Magnus in the back of the head, and then he kind of like holding the sword up, looking around. He's gonna just like swing in the area and make an attack with disadvantage against Erixovier. Wow, 21.
Stop.
Ow. Why?
I rolled a natural 15 and a natural 19 with advantage or with disadvantage.
I don't want to get kidnapped by these freaks.
9 points of slashing damage. Ooh.
Is this that same guy?
This is his second attack. 14 points of necrotic damage.
Wait, 9 and 14? I'm down.
He steps
Is
forward.
this real life?
He steps forward and swings wildly. There's a flash of blood before your form bleeds back into existence, and you fall to the ground unconscious. That's those guys. The other one's dead.
Cult leader.
Brody, make a luck check for me. You want higher than a 15. Well, 15 or higher.
3.
3, okay.
The dice don't matter. Changing doesn't matter.
No, the issue was I think you were actually supposed to use that one.
How am I supposed to know?
Roll that one.
You feel it.
No, I'm gonna waste another.
See.
Yeah. Alright, not 15 or higher.
It's been a good run, guys.
Well, we can get out.
They're gonna give us tetanus.
You can cure us.
Is
guess
this blessed
that's
concentration though?
It
Yeah.
was.
Sure was.
There's a sickening crack of steel and bone as Curtsy leaps out from Brody's bag and just catapult launches himself into this guy's ribs that just took out Erixovier. And there's a crack as he's like, oh, it takes 9 points of damage, stumbles to the side and turns and just sees a giant opal on the ground. He like stands, like holds it, and he's like, I think there's another one. Keep your eyes peeled. Somebody just threw something at me. And that's gonna be back at the top of the round. Magnus, I need you to make a death saving throw.
I thought he just
Oh, no,
knocked
you
me
don't.
out.
You don't. You're
Yeah.
unconscious. But go ahead and roll a d20 just to see if you hit a natural 20.
I mean, it was close to what he just rolled,
In comparison
On his
to
last
all of
roll.
the numbers on Earth, that was close.
Yeah,
but not all the numbers on the die.
yeah, geographically on a die. almost as far as it could be.
It
Yeah.
felt close to me.
Pretty fucking far.
The horses continue to horse. Oryx Sovir, I need you to make a... Or no, I need you... Well, I do need you to make a death saving throw, because he just slashed at you, because he couldn't see you.
So 12.
12 is a success. The leader has stood up and wiped the snot from his nose. He's going to go ahead and make a couple longsword attacks on Saoirse. As he just kind of swipes at you with the flat of the blade. That's a natural 20 on the first one.
Why?
I don't want to look. Don't make me look.
Guys, we set this up so good. Like, we paralyzed the leader, we were ready to swoop in, and we really fucked it up.
Really doinked it. Really doinked it on this one, y'all.
You take 13 points of bludgeoning damage.
That's it.
I saw.
You go unconscious.
Yeah,
Every time. Look, the dice tell their own story. That's the best plans of
Don't worry, Alvy and Curtsy will get away.
best plans of Shats
Hopefully.
and men.
Seabell, Albie.
Yeah. Saoirse, he stands up and wipes the snot from his face and just hits you across the jaw with the pommel of his sword, and you fall to the ground, dazed. It's one moment you were looking off in the distance, and you started looking towards him, and then suddenly the sky was spinning above you, and you hit the ground.
Do you know why it sucks? Because it's pitiful.
You
That's
are,
why it sucks.
You are vaguely aware of the sensation of your bodies being rolled over and rope being fastened around you. You're dragged across the ground. I'm going to make a couple of rolls, and then I will narrate the outcome of said rolls. Because Alvir only has what, 5 hit points from what you he has what
together?
you healed him. I think he had 1 hit point when you found him. So whatever Saoirse healed him with, he has that plus 1. So 6 HP.
It's hard to remember that we've had big successes because those were last season. Right? They don't feel.
It's a big world.
Things are going bad. Which is what Saoirse said would happen.
Yeah. As all of you are just like kind of like blinking in and out of consciousness, being rattled and feel yourselves being tied up. Saoirse, I think you have the best vantage point as you feel a hand grab like the back of your shirt and just like presses your face into the ground as your hands are being forced behind you and you're struggling. But you take another like hit on the back of the head as he continues tying. You see Alvir like stands there for a moment and sees you, and you see as he knocks an arrow, takes a look at what's happening, and he's going to rush around, and you see he disappears behind the carriage. Unfortunately, he disappears behind the carriage. You hear sounds of a struggle, and you see just kind of like the top half of Alvir's like head and his hand become visible as he hits the ground and then is dragged behind the carriage out of sight. There's one more hit to the back of your head as each of you feel yourselves being dragged through the dirt and tossed into the back of a carriage. You smell that sort of irony scent of the blood dripping from the horses' mouths as you're dragged past them. One of them like reaches out and is like trying to take a nibble at Magnus as they drag him by, but the lead cultist just like backhands it and hits its head out of the way.
Listen, it might be a horror, but don't hit animals.
He backhands it and then like rears up, and you see it kind of like cowers away from him. He continues dragging you as you're all loaded up into the back of a cart, and
Did they take Tig? I guess I wouldn't know yet.
Yeah, he's unconscious but not dead.
Yeah, he was already tied up. Yeah, I think with you guys just being beaten as you are, you'll have to have probably like 8 hours to fully recover. As the mind works, you would not be unconscious for longer than a couple of seconds, or you'd be having severe brain damage. But you essentially have all been restrained and are tied up and are so exhausted that your bodies physically cannot fight through the wounds that you've sustained. Auric, you are stabilized. you can see like as you are like coming to in the back of the carriage, you look down. Your hands are tied behind you very tightly with rope. Like because you're such a tall, willowy figure, they brought your arms together behind you and have basically like tied up your forearms to the elbow, from the wrist to the elbow.
I did not consent to this.
Yeah, behind your back. Which is a very uncomfortable position, like really pulling your shoulder blades together. And you see that there's just like mud and maybe straw that's been packed into your wounds to presumably stop the bleeding. As the cart takes off and begins making a bumpy traversal deeper into the woods. That's where we're going to end this episode.
Oh,
of the
shit.
That's where we're gonna end the series.
And you're all
They
dead.
throw you all off a cliff, the end.
End of season 2.
Chaos!
Chaos! That sucked!
It was rough, but
Look, I think that maybe this is the better result than what could have happened, which is us getting butchered by those guys.
very true. Which, I mean, that was always a possibility, but less so than this outcome. Also, there's an equal chance that you guys would have, either overtaken them, or it was interesting. There were a lot of pathways that this could have taken.
The dice told a story today because
They did.
If we had gotten some good hits in on him when he was paralyzed, like we could have taken that dude out,
Yeah.
and without him, the other guys might have lost morale.